Well, it's the Sunday before Christmas, and I thought I'd do my regular weekly market update. But why would we want to do this with all the holiday activities going on? Well, most people, they would be checked out of real estate. You know, the weather's too cold, they're too busy preparing for a Christmas dinner, whatever. And so most buyers and sellers, they're going to be checked out. But if you are serious and want to either sell your home or get into a new home, this is the time to do something about it, because there won't be as many competition. If you want to pay attention, let's move on to the neighborhoods that we're covering this week, and I'll get back to our spreadsheet after that. So the first one we have is grid 75, which is the Painted Hills, because that's where the Painted Hills golf course is, out in the valley. Next we've got grid 84, Central Valley. Grid 87 is Liberty Lake. Grid 45 is Rockwood in the South Hill. Grid 90 is Moran, Prairie, anything that is south of 44th Avenue in the South Hill. Next we have Glenrose, grid 132, Manito Park, grid 42. Eagle Ridge, grid 102, the 5 Mile Prairie, grid 57, and the last neighborhood that we're covering, Wandermere, grid 115. So now let's head on to our spreadsheet. So the first thing I'll point out here is that in these 10 grids that we're covering this week, there are 177 homes that are available, and 111 of them were sold in the past 30 days, giving us 1.6 months worth of inventory. As you know, a normal market is between 5 and 6 months. So at 1.6, it is still an extremely well into a seller's market. But within these 10 neighborhoods, you will see that there's one that sticks out like a sore thumb. And that is Rockwood, grid 45, where the inventory is 12 months worth. Because we've got 12 months or 12 homes available, and only one has sold in the past 30 days. So this week, let's dive into the details of this particular neighborhood and take a look at what's going on. All right, so in this spreadsheet, we now look at the details of grid 45. As you can see, this is the status. ACT is active, BOM is back on the market, and then we've got 3 new homes that were just added. This one is a price change, and finally we've got 1 sold unit in this grid. We're not going to go into the details of these homes, we're just going to look at the numbers. So if you look at the first 6 homes that are active on the market in this grid, you can see that the common thing is that the days on market have been at least 50 days or more. One has even been on the market for 3 months. These 2 down at the bottom are not surprising because they're $1 million homes, and they're typically take a lot longer to sell. On the other hand, we've got 3 homes that are relatively new, because you can see that they were built in this year, 2019, and they've been on the market now for 51 days each. So in general, as a rule of thumb, for these 4 homes, they probably are a little bit overpriced. Now going down our list, these 4 items here that are just been either back on market or new have only been on the market for just a couple of days. Time will tell whether they are overpriced or not. And finally, the one that got sold closed in 3 days, which means that this was most likely a cash transaction, and probably even sold before it even listed. So there you have it. That's our weekly market update for the week ending December 21st, 2019. All right, I will see you next week.